Hey, hey, hey there. Hi, hi. Well, you already know what this video is going to be about because you probably read the title or searched for it or something like that. So, but I just wanted to, I kind of struggled. I wasn't sure if I was going to make this video or not, and then I thought I did so much searching and looking on YouTube when I started this program because I frankly didn't know what I was doing. I have a very good coach, and she called me the night before and asked me if I had any questions, and I'm like, nope, I'm good. But you know what? I found that the day of when I was actually doing it, it's one thing to read it and think I'm prepared, and then the other thing is to actually do it. And so I googled or searched for so many YouTube videos just to see what other people were experiencing or what they were doing and how they were handling it and things like that. So what I thought I would do is just give you my honest opinion. I'm on day 5, and it's, Optavia, where I have my coach, and she called me on the day before I started, and then on day 1, 2, and 3. So she called me 4 days in a row, which was really nice because on day 1 I had a million questions for her, and then on day 2 I had some questions, and then so on and so forth. But today I'm not going to be talking to her, but yeah, so I just thought I would kind of go through some things. Now, in your kit, you're going to receive the foods, right? All of your fuelings, and all of the fuelings are interchangeable, which is fantastic, honestly. In my opinion, with my lifestyle, I'm on the go, I have to travel, I have to go places, and it is awesome. I love that about it because I can just pack my fuelings, and then I can try to find a lean and green somewhere else. Something I will tell you, just a quick thing about me, is I don't eat land animals at all. I'll eat shrimp occasionally, and I'll eat some fishes occasionally as well. But just so you know, I don't eat chicken or beef or anything like that. So in the box though, you get all of your fuelings, and you get an Optavia guide, which is pretty nice and handy, and it has a little 1 week in the back. It has these little weekly journals like this. This is what it looks like, and then it just has little tidbits and things like that you need to be aware of. And then it sends you this big huge book right here, Dr. A's Habit of Health. And there's lots of good information in there that I haven't read, by the way. I don't have time. Maybe one day I might pick it up and read it, but that's not me. And then there's another giant journal. This is called Your Life Book, and it's just as big as the book. And in there it has all these little questions that you answer about yourself, are you happy with how much sleep you're getting, and are you happy in your relationships, are you happy financially, are you happy this and that? And that's really good and great for introspective, getting in touch with what's going on with you and maybe why you might be overeating or things like that. So just so you know, that's what you get in your book, or in your box, your first box. Now, first of all, it's a keto diet. It's high protein and very low carbohydrates. Now, had I known that, I would never have signed up. But the reason I signed up is because my coach is also my friend, and she's a friend of mine on Facebook, and she has lost 55 pounds. Well, I need to lose at least 55 pounds. So I was like, what are you doing, girl? You look fantastic. And she lost this weight between, I think she started at the end of February, and this is June. February, March, April, May, June. So in 4 months. And so that's kind of, if you are watching this, you are probably heavy. You've probably got some weight to lose. And I know they say that it didn't come on overnight, but gosh darn it, I wanted to go off overnight. Like I said, I'm being honest. I'm not a coach. I'm not the queen of health, even though I do enjoy health, but I'm not, you know, everything I do isn't, yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm working on it. But so had I known though that it was a keto diet, I would never have done it. But I saw that it was working for her. And see, the reason why I would never have gotten onto it is because I don't eat lean proteins. I don't eat meats in their traditional forms, because I was looking at one of the videos and a lady says her go-to every time she goes to a restaurant is she has a cheeseburger without the bun and without the ketchup and all that, but she'll have a cheeseburger and then she puts it on top of a dry salad and then she puts all the juice and stuff from that on there. Well, I can't do that. Or I won't do that, I guess I should say. So, and that's been one of my struggles, to be honest. So today's day 5, and I did finally find something that I really do like, and that is tuna fish. And so I just ate a giant bowl of a can of tuna fish, a regular can of tuna fish in water, and it's the humanely caught kind. I don't know if that matters, but it's tuna fish. And I drained that, I put it in a bowl, and then I put in there 2 egg whites, a half a cup of celery, a full cup of romaine lettuce, 2 tablespoons of light mayonnaise, salt, and pepper. And I just mixed it up really good, and I ate that, and that's something that I've been able to enjoy. But I digress. That's what I ate today, and that's what I ate yesterday. But what I want to say is that, well, let me go back to day 1. So day 1, I started this diet, and I didn't know what I was doing. So on my computer, I have a computer right over here, and I have like the vegetarian information, I've got the lean and green information, I've got the condiment list, I've got those up on my computer, because I have found that this particular diet is not as open the box and do it as it sounds or it seems like, because there are rules with everything. For example, my water. I put a package of Crystal Light in my water. I found out yesterday I'm only supposed to be using half a packet. So, you know, that kind of thing. You have to read and really digest everything. But sometimes, you know, when you read so much at one time, everything doesn't really soak in. You need to sort of like learn it as you need it. So that was that. But day 1 was relatively easy for me. I wasn't hungry all day. I mean, you have 5, I'm on the 5-in-1 plan. So I'm supposed to eat every 2 to 3 hours, 5 of their pre-prepared meals, or not meals, but it's like a bar or a shake, or like some little cracker things. Not sure what they're called right now. And they've got some mashed potatoes, and they've got soup, and they've got different kind of things like that in your first box, because it just comes, you don't really order anything. Excuse me, they just send you this box of variety. And so I've just been like randomly pulling stuff out, because I'm like, well, you know, one thing came, which was chicken noodle soup. That's the only thing I got that had any kind of like land animal product in it that I won't be eating. So day 1 was pretty simple. The only problem is that when it came to me trying to figure out what I wanted to make, because I make 1 meal a day on my own, so that's why they call it 5-in-1. So 5 times a day I eat their food, and 1 time a day I eat my food. That was a little bit difficult at first. So, but day 1, easy. Day 2, I had a headache. Not a bad one, but a little one. I had a little bit of a headache, and I was kind of tired. I was kind of dragging a little bit, and I was hungry too. So I was hungry, and I was kind of tired, and I was really unprepared to fix my own meal. I didn't know what in the heck I wanted to fix. So I looked on YouTube for some recipes and things like that, and I saw one I wanted to make, so I went to the grocery store and I bought some things that I could use, that I could, you know, incorporate into my food. And let me just tell you, it was an absolute flop for me. I did not care for it. I made egg beaters, a big giant 2 cups of egg beaters and 2 wedges of Laughing Cow cheese and some salt and some pepper, and I ate that. My plan was to eat it on cauli rice, but I ended up not using the cauli rice because honestly I'd cooked the cauli rice and then the smell, I just was not digging it. So anyway, the egg beaters, way too watery. Next time I either need to like strain it or do something else. My coach told me that she uses 3 eggs and then like half a cup of egg beaters or something like that, and it makes the consistency a lot better. So maybe I'll try that. So that was day 2. And day 3, well, let me tell you something else about day 1. Sorry, I need to go backwards a little bit because I just saw that blue tape. Do you see that blue tape? So day 1 is the day that you have to weigh yourself, measure yourself, and what else? Anyway, those 2 things. Oh, and take pictures of yourself. You don't have to, but it's good for reference for, you know, later on down the road. So what I did was I didn't have my tape measure in my office, handy. So what I did is I took painter's tape and I tied the painter's tape around my waist, because you're going to do your waist, your arms, you know, your leg, your chest. Anyway, you're going to measure all the good things. And so I took the painter's tape, and then I had like a ruler, like a little 10-inch ruler that I kind of blocked off. Anyway, the point is if you can see that, look, that is a reminder. I took the painter's tape and I measured it all, so I know how much my waist was, and I stuck it to that door. And I didn't realize what I was doing, but it is a reminder every single day that I am a fatty, because that painter's tape is not short. I mean, it's more than, it's, oh my gosh, I can't even. So then I went upstairs and I put on some tight clothes, because I guess that's the way you're supposed to take a picture of yourself. And it was sobering, let me tell you. Like, I took pictures and I honestly cried. I was like devastated with the way I really look. I take a shower every day and I see myself and I don't like the way I look, but still, it was just because I took a picture of myself from the front, I took myself from the side, and I took a picture of myself from the back, just because. But I will tell you that doing that, just those 3 things, weighing myself, sorry, I'm jiggling that thing, weighing myself and measuring myself and taking pictures, really made everything come together for me and make my resolve that I have got to lose weight. And I knew that in June, one way or the other, I was going to make a life decision or life change, because I was already on track I was going through all the, hoops and everything like that to go and have bariatric surgery. I was supposed to have bariatric surgery this month. But in February, I changed jobs, my insurance changed, and lo and behold, I found out in May that my insurance didn't cover bariatric surgery, because I felt like I needed to be saved for myself. I wasn't sure I was gonna go through with it, but at least I was on track to go through with it. So I thought, well, June was just as good as time as any. But yeah, so that's all that information. That's why, I need to lose weight. I'm 51 years old and I have a 2-story house and I travel. I want to be able to fit comfortably in the airplane, and I want to be able to wear my clothes, to work without feeling self-conscious about my shirt accidentally like tucking into one of my rolls or something. I want to just be as confident with the way I look as I am confident in my ability to do my job and my ability to do the things that I need to do. I just want it to be a cohesive bundle. So anyway, I'm just all over the place here and I'm really sorry, but I wanted to just give you all of this information to tell you that day one, pretty easy, except for I struggled with my own making the meal. Day two, pretty easy other than the headache, which was not debilitating at all, and a little tired, which was also not debilitating, but I also was equally unprepared to make my own meal. Day three, I figured out that I was going to make this stir fry with cauli rice, and what did I use? I used cauli rice and some soy sauce and some eggs, and I just kind of made a stir fry. That was pretty good. It was pretty good. So that was a success. But I will say another thing though, as long as I'm giving you my honest opinion, I do struggle with eating all 5 of their meals because I am not one that just gets up in the morning and immediately eats breakfast. I personally don't like that. On plan though, you're supposed to eat your first meal within the first hour you wake up. And I understand, I mean I get it, but I find if I wait a little while, because I'm not hungry, I'm one of those people that I'm not hungry when I wake up. So I find that if I force myself to eat a meal first thing when I wake up, I'm hungrier like throughout the day. Like I will be hungry in 2 hours and then 2 hours and 2 hours. So I just sort of wait. But so I was waiting. So I mean, that one meal really does fill me up, and so I really have a hard time getting all 5 of those in there, but I've been working on it. So day 4, which was yesterday, I had my shake for breakfast, which is actually not bad. It's pretty good. I got chocolate and strawberry to choose from, and I'm not a strawberry person, but that one's okay. I mean, I can deal with it. I'm the type of person, if I don't like something, the second time I have to eat it or drink it, I won't. Or I don't like it. It'll kind of almost make me sick to my stomach if I force myself to eat something I don't like that I already know I don't like it. So, but it's okay, it's good. And I did make the mashed potatoes, and I didn't make them like the traditional way, like, you know, I can use a little package, mix in the water, put it in the microwave and heat it up, and then normally you eat mashed potatoes. But I saw some reviews on that said they don't taste that great. So I bought a griddle, a little waffle iron griddle, and I made 2 little mashed potato pancakes. Those were really good. And so I have like a little video that I'll insert right here. That doesn't look too bad, but it is literally so small. That sucker's about as big as my finger. So tiny and made up for it. Here's my fork. Look, it's like not very big, but it's kind of crispy, which is where I like it. It's pretty good. I hope it tastes good. close it, and then wait for that to turn off. And then you'll get that. So I have 2 of those. I wish I could put sour cream on it or something. I have to check the plan. Okay, I checked to see if sour cream was on the condiment list. Maybe a teaspoon or so. No, it's not. So I'm going to use this Cholula sauce. I'm about 2 tablespoons of that. So I'm going to put it on there and have a nice little savory feeling. Yum. Those are really very satisfying and really good. So, I mean, and I added a few extra chives. They were dried, but since there was already water, it kind of reconstituted it. But very good. So, yeah, so getting back to yesterday. So yesterday I made the whole tuna fish salad kind of thing, and that was good. So that's why I repeated it today. But yesterday I kind of did a little, I started looking at things like, I really enjoy a cocktail at the end of the night. I just do. And I always thought carbs are in alcohol. You know, there's lots of carbs in beer. So I was like, I Googled, you know, what is a low or 0 carb alcohol? And guess what? Vodka, 0 carbs. Any of the straight alcohols, like rum, those kind of things. Not the flavored ones, but the regular ones. So like regular Tito's vodka or whatever you drink is 0 carbs. So I'm like, well, why are there... Sorry, my camera had to take a little time out. She got overheated. What I was saying is, I noticed that for 1 ounce of vodka, for example, it's 70 calories. So I Googled what makes up those calories, because it's like there's 0 protein, there's 0 sugar, there's 0 carbs, there's 0 fat. So where are those coming from? And I found out that alcohol is not a carb, but the calories are coming from the alcohol itself. And alcohol is 7 carbs per gram. So that, my friends, is a little trick. Now they say that if you drink alcohol, it'll slow down your weight loss, but I'm not sure about that. So, which I will fill you in later, a little bit later, as to how much I have actually lost, because I have lost some. But anyway, so yesterday I ate my fueling in the morning, and I had another fueling. So I had 2, and then I had that big giant tuna fish salad thing. And I was frankly not hungry at all. I mean, at all for the remainder of the day. So I was like, maybe I will swap out my 2 fuelings for a shot of alcohol, of vodka in my Coke Zero. And I make this, you know, big cup of it or glass of it, and then so with 1 shot. And that really hit the spot. And I gotta tell you, if I am going to be on anything for a long period of time, I've got to have some little pearls of hope and like, oh, I'm looking forward to tonight, because then I can have, you know, this or that. I'm not a big sweet person, by the way. In the box there's a lot of sweet things. The bars are all like chocolate chip cookie dough bar or double fudge brownie, or there's like little cookie you can make or a little brownie you can make in the microwave and things like that. And they're not bad, but I'm just, sweets aren't what get it for me. I really personally like, you know, I'm more of a salty person than a sweet person. But anyway, I know, again, I'm all over the place, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember all these little pearls of wisdom or whatever I've gleaned from this week only. But so let's see. So today I've had my shake in the morning. I weighed myself on day 1. Day 2 I weighed myself and I gained weight. Oh my gosh. But only like 0.4 pounds. So I wasn't super concerned. Day 3 I dropped like, I think 2 pounds. Day 4, 2 pounds. And day 5, 1 pound. So far I'm like at 5 pounds lost. Well, so that's all yeah, so that's all the nitty gritty so far that I'm going to tell you about. I'm going to keep going. So stick with me, and I will give you more of the absolute honest my super honest opinion on it. I'm gonna keep going though on this because I have a trip I have to take next week to Chicago, and I'm gonna bring my food and I'm gonna stay on plan as close as I can. Sometimes I make my little modifications like I told you with the little bit of Coke Zero and a shot of vodka, which I'm gonna have tonight too. It's 4:30 our time. I just finished that salad. I don't think I'm going to be hungry again for the remainder of the day, and I'm okay with that because that might be too few calories. But right now I need to lose weight, and I just need to figure this stuff out. But I did the same thing the last time I lost weight, is I just make modifications as I go. But anyways, so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helps, because I mean, that's why I'm doing it. It's just to see if it helps anybody else, because these guides that they send you, you need to constantly refer to them so that you know you're only allowed a total of 3 sticks of gum a day. And you know, can you have butter or not? I mean, I literally today had to run in here, look on my vegetarian or my lean green, my green options to see if I could even have celery, which I can. You can have half a cup, but I wasn't sure if I could or not. So I mean, you just got to keep these things close on the first, you know, few days until you get it like locked in and figured out. So anyway, if you enjoy this, please subscribe, and yeah, I'll fill you in next week and let you know how it goes and how much weight I lost at the end of this week. YouTube, I keep saying internet, but YouTube is a wealth of knowledge. There's so many people out there that are covering this exact topic, and it's just amazing how if we all kind of help each other out and we get through this, we can all end with a success story at the end. So anyway, share with your friends, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.